People sometimes ask me about Plaquemines. They say, how can a relatively small parish loom so large in the consciousness of people in Louisiana and in the country? A fact about Plaquemines that many people might not know is that over a quarter of all of the energy in the country flows through Plaquemines. So in terms of economic importance, Plaquemines is really the fountainhead for all of America.
We are the largest producers of seafood for the entire state. We are the largest producer of citrus for the entire state. You also got 100 miles of the Mississippi River.
Well, I've seen substantial changes in Plaquemines in the last several years, both before and since Katrina, and they have some very significant residential growth taking place.
We've seen over the last several years not only the base grow, but the industry along the 100 miles of the river that the parish runs. We've been very successful in bringing new businesses. I think we have over 800 new companies that have located in Plaquemines Parish. ConocoPhillips and Chevron would be the two largest employers, along with the Naval Air Station.
This base is becoming the main hub for Navy activity in the region. Right now, we're probably up about 5,000 military, civilian, and reservists on the base. We're expecting to, by the end of 2011, early 2012, be up almost to 8,000, about 7,700 people. It's a small parish, so not everyone lives here who doesn't reside on the base. So we still have a lot of our folks live in Jefferson Parish, and there's still a few folks in Orleans Parish.
When the refineries let out and the people leaving the base in the evening, it's quite bad traffic through the parish. Weekly in meetings, the most talked about problem in the parish right now is the traffic. Over 10,000 people live in other parishes that work in this parish every day. And that's an enormous amount of people that come in through a leaky tunnel and a drawbridge and leave every evening.
Companies are going to be reluctant to move in if they know people have to sit in traffic for 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes every morning, every afternoon. And I have a concern that in the long run, if something isn't done, instead of seeing a continued growth, we're going to see a start of stagnation in the area.
The Regional Planning Commission is working cooperatively with the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development and Plaquemines Parish to bring online several important transportation projects during the next few years.
Right now, Plaquemines Parish and all of the industry of Plaquemines Parish and the entire 90 miles of river that exist in Plaquemines Parish is accessed by just 2 points. One point is the existing bridge and tunnel on Belle Chase Highway, LA 23, and at a much greater distance, the General de Gaulle Bridge. All the trucks that need to move through there are right now having to go through bumper-to-bumper traffic in Belle Chase. That is not conducive to the growth of Lower Plaquemines Parish. It's not conducive to all the economic benefits that the state and the region want out of Lower Plaquemines Parish. So the bypass road, the Peters Road extension, was conceived of to connect Lower Plaquemines Parish directly to the West Bank Expressway. Traffic would exit off of the West Bank Expressway, go down Peters Road, and then directly take a bridge over the Intercoastal Waterway, connecting on the lower side of the Naval Air Station to LA 23, thereby bypassing all of the congestion.
Peters Road bypass is set up as a three-phase project. First phase is in Plaquemines Parish from the connection to LA 23 to the potential new bridge crossing. Funding is pretty much secure for that project. Second phase will involve the ramps and connections on the Jefferson side of the Algiers Canal. Third phase would be the actual bridge crossing of the Algiers Canal. No funding has been secured on that. There are some preliminary design phases being conducted.
That project right there has a regional impact. It connects Plaquemines Parish with Jefferson Parish. So we now have an added benefit of a hurricane evacuation route and a decrease of 25 to 35% of the traffic from Highway 23. So that one project is going to allow us, or allow business and industry, a more efficient manner to move goods from the producer to the consumer.
Louisiana Highway 23 will be widened from Engineers Road north to Lapalco. Project's currently in final design, and we would like to come back in a subsequent phase and continue to extend the widening from Lapalco to Wall Boulevard.
The portion of 23 in Jefferson can become a bottleneck. Obviously, we have to ease that bottleneck by widening it, and then you'll get the good flow of traffic, which will be commercial traffic, residential traffic, and also, quite frankly, hurricane evacuation traffic during times of the year.
The ultimate goal for Woodland Highway is to have it 4-lane all the way into Orleans Parish, lighted up, and then have 5-lane with 2 turning lanes on the Highway 23, improving that corridor. We also would like to see a turning lane on 23, so traffic that's waiting for the bridge, a lot of that traffic can be eliminated and turn off onto Woodland to go around through that way.
Well, the Bridge and Tunnel project is designed to solve the problem that they have now with the existing tunnel. It's frequently out of service. It's hazardous for drivers because the tunnel leaks. And whenever there's an incident, a breakdown, or an accident in or near the facility, traffic is held up for hours.
Currently, the existing bridge has 10 to 12 openings per day. That's how often it opens.
I keep deputies full-time on the north end, but if they need backup and the bridge is up, it takes in excess of 20 minutes to reach them. And for a deputy that's in trouble, or if there's a robbery in progress, that's totally unacceptable.
The Berry Road extension is actually going to tie into 23 on both sides. It'll hit the approaches to the Peters Road bypass, and it'll hit Highway 23 right there by the tunnel. It'll be very important to have that corridor for people that want to go from Belle Chase area to the Lower Coast Bridge. It also will free up the land on this side of the industrial canal for economic growth. Right across the canal, you have all that vacant land. Well, as we extend the Berry Road corridor, that land becomes available to develop. The 4-lane through Port Sulphur was engineered and designed many years ago. That is a crucial part of the infrastructure for the oil industry in South Plaquemines. It's the only section of Highway 23 that is not 4-lane. And it's a very dangerous stretch of road because it's a 2-lane with no curbs and no divide in the middle through a very populated area of Port Sulphur that continues to come back.
Plaquemines Parish is a unique parish. It is a producer of oil and gas. It provides significant taxes for the state of Louisiana, and we need to pay attention to Plaquemines Parish and provide the infrastructure that it deserves.
It is crucial that these projects move forward, stay funded, and stay on track. The infrastructure money they spend in this parish will come back twofold in return to the state and the nation.